I mean, that's the only reason I would consider college. You know, A, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I thought maybe I was going to be a movie star or something. So I was like, who need college? You know? But I just thought I was going to get discovered on a subway station or something like that. And they'd be like, hey, kid, we need you.
Now.
We're going to need you to star in Scorsese's next film. I'm going to say, listen, let's talk dollars and cents. But it just didn't happen for me. I actually tried to get into film a couple of times. One time when I was 18 years old, I never did any plays or anything in school. Always self-conscious, insecure. But I'd go home and I'd like talk to myself in the mirror and act out these great scenes, you know, anything De Niro ever did or DiCaprio. You know, Tom Cruise and Jerry Maguire. You? But
you nailed that one.
Yeah, I could see him tearing up right now. There's just so many. But anyway, I heard an ad on Z100, and it was for this thing called John Robert Powers, right? This is a true story. Did I tell you this one? I think I did.
I remember John Robert. Yeah, I remember this.
So anyway, John Robert Powers. They were like, call in this number if you want to like be on film and auditions. And this is like, I don't know, 2007, 8, whatever. So I called them up, and actually my friend Eric came with me, Eric Crisanti, and we get there, and I'm the oldest guy by about 7, 8 years. It's all kids. Literally every single one of them is kids. And I'm like, I don't know, I'm not even close to these kids' age. Like, I thought I heard it right on the phone. I told them how old I was. I swear to God, nobody was close in age, except Eric. But he wasn't going to do anything. You got this, buddy? So they hand me this thing. He showed up, yeah. He hands me this thing, and he's like, they hand me this thing, and it's a Burger King commercial. And I go in this room, and I just read it.
It's an audition, or you're just practicing?
So, no, you're auditioning to get into their, like, academy.
Okay.
You're auditioning to get into their academy to, they eventually, like, get you and auditions and shit. I don't know. But I'm here now. So I do this thing on this Burger King commercial, and I'm terrible. You know, I'm like, home of the Whopper. But they're like, all right, that's great, we'll call you. So I'm like, I sucked. That was fucking terrible. A couple days later, I get a call. Is this Robert Mosca? I'm like, yeah.
Speaking.
Great news. You're caller 100. No. So no. So anyway, they're like, oh, we want to invite you to come into the academy. You know, it's $1,900. So I'm like, that's weird. Why am I auditioning to pay for something? I didn't really understand. I didn't know getting in. And again, I was terrible. So I tell my dad now, because I hadn't told my parents that I was even interested in being an actor or anything like that. Again, I never did plays, or I just always loved movies. And when I get there, me and my dad, we have to go down because he's got to pay for something and sign for something. I think because maybe I was just about to turn 18, or I don't know what it was. But he had to come, and also he had to pay. So I'm looking up on the website. I'm looking up reviews and stuff before we go in, because something just doesn't feel right. And the first shit that pops up is scam. Scam, 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 scam. And I'm looking back, and I'm thinking about all these people, that these desperate moms who want their kids to end up paying their bills would probably be the easiest target, you know? That's why 9, 10, honey, we're going to go, you're going to get famous, and, you know, I can leave daddy. You know, like, that's what and it was starting to make sense. But the one thing that really fucked me and ended up costing my dad money, and this is the truth, you know that show, the one where the girl kills her, 13 Reasons Why?
Yeah.
So you know the guy Tony?
Okay.
On that show?
Yeah.
I went to high school with him. Freshman year of high school, because I went to 2 different high schools. And when I go on their website, that kid, and this is before 13 Reasons Why, that kid was on their website saying, this is someone we got apart. He was on an episode of Law & Order or something, it said.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, holy shit, I know this kid. Christian Navarro is his name. So I'm like, it can't be bullshit. You know, like it's got to be real. I know him. Like I literally know him.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have his number and shit anymore because, you know, it was a different school. And it was pre like real social media. No, I guess Facebook, but I didn't have it anyway. So I'm like, it's got to be real. I got to go. And now maybe looking back, maybe some aspects of it might have been real, right? Because this kid made it. He's on a show. But I go there, and they're basically like, you take all these acting classes. It's $1,900. And then when you complete everything, you're going to get these auditions and stuff. So my dad pays the money. And I remember the people there said I had a nice look is the way they phrased it. Right? Oh, we picked your son as one of the people because he had a nice look, right? And when we came home, I remember my grandmother was there, my mother was there, we were eating dinner, and my dad was there, and he was eating, we were all eating, and he goes, you know, they said Robert's got a nice look, you know? And it was like a little bit of like excitement, you know? And then my friend called me up the next day or whatever, and he's like, Rob, I've done a deep dive in this man. This is a fucking scam and a half, dude. And I did some research, and my gut was on. I remember I called up one of the guys there. I'm like, is this really? I called one of the guys for the company. I was like, please. Tells you how naive you are as a kid. I'm like, please, tell me this is real. And it wasn't. I don't think it was. I think the majority of it wasn't.
Really?
And we asked for our money back, and they kept $500, and my dad was really pissed.
Oh, my God.
But then, you know, fast forward 9 years later, I'm at somebody's house, and we turn on 13 Reasons Why, and I'm like, why does this kid look so familiar? You know? And it was fucking the same kid, Christian Navarro. And I immediately was nauseous. Because I had to get up and go sell cars the next day. This kid was fucking on 13 Reasons Why with beautiful women, living out in L.A., had great head of hair, still does. And I'm like, you know? I felt disgusted, like gross.
God.
And it's funny because, you know, the person I was with at the time was like, because I was like, I went to high school with that kid. And they were like, oh, that's kind of nice. And I was like, nice. He's there. I'm here. Nice. I was really pissed off.
That was great.
Yeah.
I like it, though.
But, and then, you know, a couple years later, my mom got sick, and I kind of wanted to, like, show her that I was going for something, and I signed up for Stella Adler, an acting class, took headshots, and I went to, like, 3 or 4 classes. And they said I was good, but I just was lazy or scared or something. I don't know. And I just stopped going. You know? And made a couple of films, short films, none of which I starred in. I wasn't good enough. Thanks, Eric. I'm such a bad actor. I wasn't good enough to star in the own films I wrote.
Made by your best friend.
Made by my best friend. Brought to you by Backstabber of the Year. Nah. Where Are You Productions. No, we
Et tu Brute Films.
Yeah, exactly. Say It Ain't So, you piece of shit. Projects. But